ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः ॐ जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवण त्वगादीन प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुनये शौनकादृषिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादृषिभ्यो अत्र्यादृषिभ्यो मत्स्यादि अवतारेभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमः दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेयहयग्रीवादि गुरुभ्यो नमः आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः मातापितृदेवताभ्यो नमः आद्यशङ्कराचार्यादि गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः ओं श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातुः समस्तगुरूणां देवतानाम् अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणे इतिहासोक्त भगवद्दर्शन प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्म स्थापकानां शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन निवारण द्वारा समस्त शक्ति प्राप्ति द्वारा विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं विश्व शांति एकता प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणस्य दशम स्कंदस्य पारायणम् एकादश स्कंधस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आदौ पारायणम् Bhagavatam 10th skandha Parayanam. We will do 21st chapter today. It is called as VENU GEETHAM, one of the most sweetest portions of all literature, especially Bhagavata. That when Bhagavan was playing that VENU Ganam, how the entire living, non-living, mobile and immobile world has responded with such their own joy and love. That is beautifully explained here in the form of the dialogue between the Gopikas, who are not gone to the place with the Krishna and Balrama, but they are imagining from here only, or they are visualizing the whole thing and describing. Krishna is playing flute, all are in the Paravashya. These Gopikas are giving commentary. One of the best thing. They say this Venu Geetam every day if chanted, then Krishna Sharanagati, Krishna Darshanam we get. Many have taken the Venu Geetam for their everyday Parayanam and reveled in that great devotion to Krishna. So such is the chapter. Let us chant it today. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam Parayanam Dashamaskandha Purvardha Atha Ekavimshodhyayah Shri Shuka Uvacha Itham Sharat Swachhajalam Padmakara Sugandhina Nyavishadvayuna Vatam Sago Gopalakochutaha कुसुमितवनराजिशुष्मिभृङ्गा द्विजकुलघोष्ठसरः सरिन्महेद्रं मधुपतिरवगाह्य चारयन् गाः सह पशुपालबलश्चुकूजवेणुं तद्व्रजस्त्रिय आश्रित्य वेणुगीतं स्मरोदयं काश्चित् परोक्षं कृष्णस्य ससखीभ्योऽन्ववर्णयन् तद्वर्णयितुमारब्धाः स्मरन्त्यः कृष्णचेष्टितं नाशकन् स्मरवेगेन विक्षिप्तमनसो नृप बर्हापीडं नटवरवपुः कर्णयोः कर्णिकारं बिभ्रद्वासः कनककपिशं वैजयन्तीं च मालां रन्ध्रान् वेणोरधरसुधया पूरयन् गोपवृन्दैः बृन्दारण्यं स्वपदरमणं प्राविशद् गीतकीर्तिः इति वेणुरवं राजन् सर्वभूतमनोहरं श्रुत्वा व्रजस्त्रियः सर्वाः वर्णयन्त्योभिरेमिरे गोप्य ऊचुः अक्षण्वतां फलमिदं न परम् गोप्य ऊचुः अक्षण्वतां फलमिदं न परं विदामः सख्यः पशूननुविवेशयतोर्वयस्यैः वक्त्रं व्रजेशसुतयोरनुवेणुजुष्टं यैर्वानिपीतमनुरक्तकटाक्षमोक्षं चूतप्रबालवरः स्तबकोत्पलाब्ज मालानुपृक्तपरिधानविचित्रवेशौ मध्ये विरेजतुरलं पशुपालगोष्ठ्यां रङ्गे यथा नटवरौ क्व च गायमानौ गोप्यः किमाचरदयं कुशलं स्म वेणुः दामोदराधरसुधामपि गोपिकानां भुक्ते स्वयं यदवशिष्टरसं ह्रदिन्यः हृष्यत्वचोश्रु मुमुचुस्तरवो यथार्याः बृन्दावनं सखि भुवो वितनोति कीर्तिं यद्देवकी सुतपदाम्बुजलब्धलक्ष्मी गोविन्दवेणुमनुमतमयूरनृत्यं प्रेक्ष्याद्रिसान्वपरतान्यसमस्तसत्त्वं धन्याः स्म मूढमतयोऽपि हरिण्य एता यानन्दनन्दनमुपात्तविचित्रवेशम् आकर्ण्यवेणुरणितं सह कृष्णसाराः पूजां दधुर्विरचितां प्रणयावलोकैः कृष्णं निरीक्ष्य वनितोत्सवरूपशीलं श्रुत्वा च तत्क्वणितवेणुविचित्रगीतं देव्यो विमानगतया स्मरनुन्नसाराः भ्रश्यत्प्रसूनकबरा मुमुहुर्विनीव्यः गावश्च कृष्णमुख निर्गत वेणुगीत पीयूषमुत्तभितकर्णपुटैः पिबन्त्यः श्यामाः स्नुतस्तनपय कबलाः स्मतस्तु गोविन्दम् आत्मनि तृषाश्रु कलाः स्पृशन्त्यः प्रायो बताम्बविहगा मुनयो वनेऽस्मिन् कृष्णेक्षितं तदुदितं करवेणुगीतम् आरुह्य ये द्रुमभुजान् रुचिरप्रवालान् शृण्वन्ति मेलितदृशो विगतान्यवाचः नद्यस्तदा तदुपधार्य मुकुन्दगीतम् आवर्तलक्षितमनो भवभग्नवेगाः आलिङ्गनस्थगितम् ऊर्मि भुजैर्मुरारेः गृह्णन्ति पादयुगलं कमलोपहाराः दृष्ट्वा तपे व्रजपशून् सह रामगोपैः सञ्चारयन्तमनुवेणुमुदीरयन्तं प्रेम प्रवृद्ध उदितः कुसुमावळीभिः सख्युर्व्यधात् स्ववपुषाम्बुद आतपत्रम् पूर्णाः पुलिन्द्य उरुगाय पदाब्जराग श्रीकुङ्कुमेन दयितास्तन मण्डितेन तद्दर्शन स्मररुज स्तृणरोषितेन लिम्पन्त्य आननकुचेषु बहुस्तदाधिं हन्तायमद्रिरबला हरिदासवर्यः यद्रामकृष्णचरण स्पर्श प्रमोदः मानं तनोति सह गोगणयोस्तयोर्यत् पानीयसूयवसकन्दर कन्दमूलैः गागोपकैरनुवनं वनयतोरुदार वेणुस्वनैः कलपदैः तनुभृत्सु सख्यः अस्पन्दनं गतिमतां पुलकस्तरूणां निर्योगपाशकृतलक्ष्णयोर्विचित्रम् एवं विधा भगवतः या वृन्दावनचारिणः वर्णयन्त्यो मिथो गोप्यः क्रीडास्तन्मयतां ययुः इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां दशमस्कन्धे पूर्वार्धे वेणुगीतन्नाम एकविंशोऽध्यायः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Now each shloka, it will be taking 20 minutes, 1 to 10. So much is there in that. But some time in one of the lives, definitely we will have all the Sanskrita Jnanam, beautiful, and the entire life we spend only in enjoying Kevalam Dashamaskandha Bhagavan Krishna. We have to spare all this for that fortunate time of ours. Now our antakaranas filled with all negativities without any divine strength or energy are able to totally conceive the beauty of this expression of the Gopikas through their words about the Mahima of Krishna and Krishna's Venu Ganam. Excellent. And that is why, based on this chapter only, in all languages in India, all the great bhaktas of Krishna have written so many bhajana kirtana. And there is no language in India where there is no movie of Lord Krishna where the Venugana Mahima and the Paravashya of the entire Vrindavana is not described. And those days of 60s, 70s, people don't have any other nonsense information called as science than the scriptures. Therefore, they were always anything, whether they have to make a stage play, whether they have to talk to grandchildren, whether they have to sing a song, anything, all was based on the Purana Itihasas. I am talking about India. And almost all were teaching to their children, grandchildren, these things. Therefore, everybody knows it. And then in their own language, with their own devotion, they used to compose bhajana, kirtana, and beautifully present. And one of the important is Lord Krishna's Venu Ganam. So he has got Venu, Murali, Vamshi. I told you, Vamshi is for the Radha, Murali for the Gopikas, Venu for everyone. So he has done the Venu Ganam here. Therefore, every of the Prakriti is Pulakita. In that, Gopikas also are there. Therefore, they are talking to each other. Each Gopi is describing the Paravashya of the Prakriti there with the singing of Bhagavan's this Ganam. So, it all includes what? From the Vedanta Drishti, the pure consciousness Krishna is illuminating and enlivening every of this Thavara Jangama. In the Bhakti Bhasha, Krishna Paramatma is expressing his Karuna Kripa to all of them, saying that I am there to take care of you. And all of them in reciprocation, in a mood of total gratitude and devotion and surrender to him. Now, these are all very high level of emotions and the devotions and love, which nowadays are lost. Nowadays, the love means only selfishness. Whatever I get from anyone, if I have to get, I will give love. If that is not, I'm not getting it, no more love given to the world. The pure love, even mutually, also is lost nowadays. How can we understand the divine love of Krishna and the Prakriti? Mm, it is very tough. That chitta is different. In this Kali Yuga, I don't think people have that type of pure chitta. Both to understand the pure love devotion of Bhagavan and Bhaktas, also the pure Vedanta of Upanishads. Though we are studying only to be in touch with that, not that we are understanding and we are reveling in it, that much arhata or capacity is not yet with us. If the Lord Gurus want, they give us. To find some time in your leisure, go through every word of this Venu Geetam and its meaning and try to revel in that. It is all very sublime, very devotional. This is the way we have to spend our the spare time throughout the day and thus enjoy the devotion. But then, always we have our own prakriti, laziness, and all. They don't allow us to do this. That is the biggest problem. So we have to again ardently pray only to that Lord to remove this Maya of Rajas and Tamas totally from our personality. Give us Shuddha Sataguna with which we serve His Rupa called as world. We are always reveling in our devotion to Him. We are only in the meditation of the absolute truth. O Lord, please protect us, bless us, give this divine power, strength, energy to revel in your bhakti, ज्ञानम एंड सेवा. ऐसा इतना मांगने पर भगवान देते हैं. You understand? And a human deha as it is, as such a low capacities and abilities. I always believe, when I am giving this satsang, feeling so tired, exhausted with 1 or 2 classes, Gurudev ji at the age of 70, 80, how he was doing such a vigorously. Mahayogi, Mahagyan, Mahashakti. You understand? The physical body and our organ themselves, if they have no energy to think, to talk about God, how can the Manabuddhi have that so much of power, strength, energy to have devotion and to contemplate on the truth? So then what to do? Should we give up? No. We have to conserve all our otherwise wasted energies, etc. And is only in devotion to God, only in meditating on God to realize that we are talking about this. Like if you have very less money, you use it for the best of purposes. So to all our human energies, abilities, instead of squandering them in unwanted channels, if we can direct them only for Bhagavat, Upasana and all, we are intelligent, we are mature, we are devotees. We will be blessed. We will have the Divya Ananda, Bhagavad Leela Ananda, Bhagavad Prema Ananda or Bhakti Ananda, which is most sweet, most divine, most beautiful. Nothing can be there in the world to compare with it. So may we all be that way enjoying it. So I will not talk every of these slokas because again it will be a 5 days lectures. Maybe I am thinking that once a month, Ama, 3 or 4 days, from this Dashamaskanda or the entire Bhagavatam, such stotrams we will take up for our just to study. Maybe 2 days, one portion. Bhishma Stuti, 2 days. Understood? The Brahmadeva Stuti, 2 days. 2 days, that's it. And Bhikshu Gita, 2 days. Pururava Gita, 2 days. So, Aila Geetam Ked. All that we can do it. Maybe 1 or 2 months we do some 30, 40 important topics we can study. Just going through and explaining. It's a good stock, good thought. Let us do it, I think. भागवत का हो जाने के बाद थोड़ा गैप दे के प्लीज रिमाइंड मी वी विल डू इट. नाउ क्या है? इत्तम शरत. इन दिस वे शरद ऋतु स्वच्छ जलम, एवरीवेयर प्योर वाटर. देन पद्माकर सुगंधिना न्यविशद वायुना वातम. So wherever the ponds are there, lotuses are there, the fragrance of it brought by the vayu. So sa go gopalaka achutaha, and reaching all the cows, the covered children, as well as Bhagavan Krishna. So the fragrance everywhere of the lotuses is spread because of the winds carrying it. Now this itself is such a meditative thought. You are in that Vrindavanam and nearby ponds, the winds is bringing the fragrant smell of the lotuses blossoming there. How nice it is. And that is what Bhagavan's Divyata, Bhagavan's Anugraha. In the Bhautika Jagat, he made that type of scenery. Those who cannot access it, in their own mind they can imagine that and get same type of Ananda. Only the gross smell aspect of it may not be there, but all other things we can in the mind, do dhyana. Adbhutam. Then Kusumita Vanaraji Shushmi Bhrunga Dvijakula Gushta Sara Sarin Mahidram. The entire Vrindavanam's beauty is described in one shloka by Shukadev ji, which has got lot of sandhi, samasa, oh, so many of the grammatical way to understand it. So, Kusumita Vanaraji, see, very well blossomed, all beautiful flowers of the forest, Sushmi Bhrunga, and all the Bhrungas are fully intoxicated in having their nectar of the honey. Dvijakula, Gushta, Saraha, all rivers are filled with the variety of the Dvija. Dvija means birds. Sarin Mahidram, the Saritas are beautiful. Mahidram, the mountain, the Govardhanam. Madhupati Avagahya, that beautiful river, Bhagavan Krishna taking bath, Charayan Gaha, grazing the Kausu, Saha Pashupala Balaha, along with Pashupala and Bala, Chukuja Venum. He was playing the Venu. See, going to that forest, near that mountain, Govardhanam, there the ponds, he is taking water bath in that, then enjoying that play of flute. What a beautiful scene it must be. Ah, we should become something in Vrindavanam and enjoy that divine. Then that sound when he was playing the flute Venu, from this place wherever he has gone, was audible even to the Gopikas in the Gokula or Vrajabhumi, Vrindavan ka. वहाँ तक पहुँच गया. Either he must be singing so loud or they must be very attentive only to listen to the Venugana of Krishna, or both are true. Is it not? Krishna singing for them, playing flute, and they are catching it. Gopikas. Beautiful it is. See, Tad Vrajastriya Ashrutya Venu Geetham Smarodayam, which was creating such a prema in them. Kaschit Paroksham Krishnasya Swasakibhya Anvavarnayan. So, to each of them, the other Sakis were doing the Varnana of that Venugana effect. How wonderful it is. Tad varnaitum arabdaha. Then they started doing the varnanam. Smaranteha Krishna cheshtitam. Then when they want to do varnana, they have to remember Krishna. When they remember Krishna, all his chestas are remembered. Of all types. How he walks, how he moves, how he dances, how he looks at them, how he talks and all. The moment when they were doing the smarana of Krishna Cheshta, Smaravegena, so much of prema, they were overpowered with the Ashakan. They could not talk even one word. Vikshipta manasaha nrupa. They call Vikshepa. The mind is so much lost in devotion that they could not focus on the intellect to do the Varnana of Bhagavan Krishna's Venugana Mahima as well as Krishna's in general glory. Therefore, Shukadevji took as if the responsibility to do Varnana till the Gopikas come back into their lower level of ability to describe the Venugana Mahima. They were so much intoxicated in that prema that their throats got choked. Now, Sri Sukadevji only entering into the Gopikas' mana, feeling what they wanted to say, he says in his own words. So, the Hridayam is of Gopikas, the words are of Shukadeva, is this one shloka. That is why many people take it as one of the most daily chanted portion. Not the entire Venu Geetham, but this one particular shloka only. Barhapidam. Barhapidam kept with the feather of the peacock. Natavara Vapuhu. His body is full of the Natya Shastra only. Natavara. Karnayoho Karnikaram. 2 years, that beautiful Karnikara, the ornaments. So, Vibhradvasaha Kanaka Kapisham, wearing the golden hue yellowed colored dress. Vaijayantim cha malam, In his neck is that Vaijayanti Pushpa. Vaijayanti is a Pushpa. उससे बना हुआ माला, वैजयंतीम च माला, रंध्रान वेणोः अधर सुधया पूरयन्. The flute in his hands, it has got its holes, filling those holes of the flute with the nectarine air coming out of his own adhara, the lips. Gopa Brindaihi and all other Gopabala Brinda are there. Brindaranyam, into that Brindavana Aranyam, so Padaramanam, where he is reveling every day, into that Pravishat Gita Kirtihi. Bhagwan, whose Kirti is Geetam by everybody, and whose Geetam himself is of great glory, he just entered entry. Matlab, it looks to be simple because we are so simple. No devotion, nothing. Our expressions look like that only. But in the hearts of the devotees, at the highest order, there are so many gopikas. Their problem is what? The word you utter Krishna, they enter into Samadhi. Again you enter Krishna, they come out of Samadhi. Again you say Krishna, they enter into Samadhi. Again you say Krishna, they come out. Now who can explain this expression? To the deepest Samadhi, which even the yogis cannot reach, they just reach by the word Krishna. And such a deepest Samadhi, when they reach, from where to bring out is impossible because the Samadhi Ananda is so beautiful. Then again, when the Krishna word is heard by them, they kick that Samadhi to enjoy the Krishna Nama Shravana. They come back to again the Laukika. Again say Krishna, they go. No, how can anybody explain the glory of such pure heart of total surrender to Krishna? ऐसे गोपिकाएं थे वो, and whose heart can be of such a great love or devotion even to understand a part of what their bhakti prema for Krishna. Even the bhakti acharyas like Narada ityadi also are defeated at the feet of gopikas in that bhakti. That's how anyone we can become in the universe, even we can become Bhagavan, but not gopikas. That is alaukika. Divya. Only example, himself the Lord leaving Vaikunta, leaving Mathura, everything. He to have the love of them was playing like a cowherd voice among them for the sake of the Gopikas Atyanta Uttama Bhakti and Prema. We have to leave our comforts of house and go to Bhagavan or temple for Upasana. But Bhagavan's Krupa Dekho, he leaves all the comforts of his own Vaikuntha to stay or live at Vrindavanam in that jungle amidst those rustic people to enjoy the bhakti of the bhaktas, that is the gopikas, all of them, the mothers, elders, the gopabalakas, cows and calves, every one of them, especially the gopika prema. Mhm. Iti Venuravam Rajan. In this way, Venuravam Rajan Sarvabhuta Manoharam. That which is the Manoharana of all beings. Shrutva, having heard Vrajastriyaha, all this Sarvaha, every one of them, Varnayantyaha, doing the Varnana, Aviremire. They were in the Ramanam, reveling in Krishna Tattva. So you can say each of these sloka from here, 7th onwards up to 20 or 7th one up to 18. So, Bara Shlok Mano, one gopi must have spoken about it. So, the essence of it is what? See, they glorify the fortune of Govardhanam. They glorify the devotion of the clouds. They glorify the love of all the birds, all the animals. They glorify even the rivers, the lotuses, the trees, how they are devoted and serving Krishna and therefore are lucky to have the proximity of Krishna. This is the essence of this Venu Gita. Their devotion, therefore, they got blessings from Krishna, that Krishna Bhagavan is reveling with them. अब एक एक श्लोक का परमाद्भुत है. अक्षण्वतां फलमिदं न परमं विदामः सख्यः पशूननुविवेशयतोर्वयस्यैः वक्त्रं व्रजेशस्तयोः अनुवेणुजुष्टं यैर्वा निपीतमनुरक्तकटाक्षमोक्षम्. What more is the fulfillment of the eyes than seeing that Divya Mukharavinda of the Krishna who is going to the forest for grazing and is coming back. Looking at his face is the fulfillment of our eyes. There are some great bhaktas when in their extreme devotion, when they got Krishna Darshanam, after that they removed their both eyes, saying that with these eyes which I have seen Bhagavan Krishna, we don't want to see this wretched world of matter or dravya. We don't want. There are such a great devotees in their ecstasy. देखो हमको उनका ये चर्या के अंदर जो दोष है उसको इंटेलेक्चुअल लॉजिक से बात नहीं करना. देयर डिवोशन सो मच. हाउ कैन दिस आईज बी अगेन यूज्ड फॉर सीइंग एनीथिंग एल्स? आई डोंट वांट. आई एम फुलफिल्ड. आई का फल है आंखों का भगवान का दर्शन. अब कर लिया है, अब इनकी जरूरत नहीं. ओहो, like that. Then Bhagavan wearing the balas made out of the mango leaves, the tender mango leaves, Barahastavaka Utpala, Abjamala Anuprukta Paridhana, Vichitra Veshau, both of them. कृष्ण बलराम सारे पत्ते, आम के पत्ते से लेकर लोटस फ्लावर्स इन पीकॉक के फेदर सब जोड़कर दे मेक ए वनमाला एंड वेयर इट. And Madhye Vireja Turalam Pashupala Ghoshtyam. They are amidst all these Pashupalaka children reveling Range Yatha Natavarao Vacha Gayamano. Just like on the Rangasthalam, the dancing people when all others are singing. So they were in that way among that other cowherd boys. Then Gopya Kimacharadayam Kushalam Sma Venu. Kim Kushalam Acharat Ayam Venu Husma. This Venu, hey Gopi, what Gopis, one Gopi is saying, what Punya this Venu must have done. Ki Damodara Adara Sudhamapi, Gopikanam Bhukte Swayam, Yad Avashishta Rasam. All that Adhara Sudha Rasa Bhagavan Krishna, fully it is drinking, not leaving even a little also. What must be the fortune of that flute? So they have, see, what to talk about it is, no words can be said. See, either they are not seeing the Venu as Jada, they are seeing the Venu as Chaitanya, because Bhagavan Krishna, when he is blowing it with his own mouth, how can it remain as Jada? The entire Jagat in presence of Krishna alone is Chaitanya Maya. We all are dead matter or karakas without Krishna in us. Therefore, how can that remain as Jada, the flute, when Lord Krishna is blowing it? Therefore, they are talking about the Venu as something living. What a fortune it must have done that it is enjoying the Venu Rasa or the Adhara Rasa of Bhagavan Krishna. Or the other thing is what? They themselves losing their life or Chaitanyatva, they want to become like that flute, to be so close to Lord Krishna. Jada ko Chaitana, Chaitana ko Jada, matlab they have gone beyond the Jada Chaitana Drushti. They are talking to that Venu as it's one of the gopi only. Or they themselves have become Venus and praising that Venu which is in the hands of Krishna, into which he is blowing that air to sing. So they are transcending all the Rupa Nama, Jada Chaitana. These are all very high level of shlokas. Only when we have Shukadev ji's Kripa, Krishna Kripa, and the Kripa of these Gopikas, that we will be able to feel what they have felt, or see the divine joy of love, what they are going through. Hradinyaha, Rushyatvachaha, Ashrumumuchuhu, Taravaha Yatharyaha. So all the rivers, all the trees are out of their love, singing to that glorious song of Krishna, or the rivers are sprinkling water, the trees are flowering on him as a appreciation for his singing of the Venu. In that way, Vrindavanam Saki Bhuvo Vitanoti Kirtim. Vrindavanam is so great that, what is that? Ya Devaki Sutta Padambuja Labdha Lakshmi. Then भगवान का चरण वहाँ है. He is walking every day in that Vrindavana forests. How fortunate they are. Then Govinda Venum Anumatta Mayura Nutyam. They are having the double joy of Bhagavan Krishna himself walking. And when he is playing the flute, in tune to that, the great devotees of this Mayura, they are doing the Nutya. That joy also this Vrindavana Bhumi has got. How fortunate it is. So Krishna Ananda Swayam, Krishna Bhakta Ananda, Krishna Bhakti Ananda, all of that, that Bhutalam is enjoying it. Again here also, for them the Bhumi is not again a Jada matter. That also is like a gopi, or they themselves want to become the gopi bhumi like, so that Krishna pada can be on that, or at least Krishna bhakta, the Mayura pada. So in that way, every of sloka for a highly evolved premi bhakta or a bhakta premi, it has a different meaning, which we can't reach. I too can't reach at least for some 100 lives. It's not all easy things. To a highly evolved Siddhanta Karana only, these things can be understood. So this is how the whole Venu Geetham is a Maha Shastra. So the remaining shlokas, some other time we will see. See, I told you already, they talk about Harini. So they should, they talk about the all the Swarga Vanitas traveling in the flight up above, listening to Venuganam. They just want to jump and come down only. Their flowers, everything falling down from that. Bhagavan playing Venuganam, that Venugana's effect on Jada Chaitana, Manusha, Pashu, Pakshi, even the Mruga, the Pahad, the Nadi, the Megha, even the Devatas who are passing through, even the Munis, they have come in the form of these birds and meditatively listening to Bhagavan Krishna's Ganam. All of that comes. And then the cows, they are chewing. The moment they are listening to Krishna's flute, their chewing just got stopped. That's it. They entered samadhi. Then the cows were drinking the milk. That milk they took, मुंह में ही है वो, अंदर निकलना ही नहीं वो लोग. They have just lost sight. They entered into that type of samadhi. Means his gana was so powerful, every of the jiva was easily transported into the samadhi sthiti. Chitta vritti nirodha yoga. That is why even Patanjali cannot but had to say Ishvara Pranidhanadva. That yoga chitta vritti nirodha. That's why the Dashama Skandha is Nirodha Skandha. See the yoga and the Dashama Skandha, they go together. वृत्ति निरोध हो जाता है कृष्ण स्मरण. बस गोपिकास वर लाइक दैट. They had no other world because in their mind Krishna alone is there. That was enough for them. After all, where is the whole world? In the mind, but they don't need it. So that's how the beauty of this Venu Geetham. Let us see tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Oh, took lot of time. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Bhagavat Sharanam Mama. Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama. Shri Suta Sharanam Mama. Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama. Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama. Shri Narada Sharanam Mama. Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama. Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama. Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama. Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Krupatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Sarge Satye Cha Kailase Vaikunte Nasti Ayam Rasaha Atapivantu Sadbhagyaha Mama Munchata Karechita Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वा अन्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः. Friends, we are in this last chapter of 11th Skandha, where Bhagavan Krishna has decided to leave this world as he has accomplished everything what he has to accomplish. Is it not? Okay. Chalo, let us chant the whole chapter like yesterday, or we chant only 13 or 14 mantras we will do today and see the meaning of it. As I told you yesterday, thoda hum dekhenge. Today we will spend some time in Sri Krishna Stotras. That is more beautiful. Let us allow Krishna to, through all these stotras, to enter our hearts and remove all the obstacles because of which we are not able to comprehend him in his Saguna and Nirguna Rupa. Only he can do it. Entering our heart, remove the obstacles of the chitta vrittis of all sorts, so that the entire world we visualize as him, his avatars we visualize, and his Swarupa as Brahma Tattva also we are able to enjoy. Let us do that. Om अथ एकत्रिंशोऽध्यायः श्रीशुक उवाच अथ तत्रागमन् ब्रह्मा भवान्या च समं भवः महेन्द्रप्रमुखा देवाः मुनयः सप्रजेश्वराः पितरः सिद्धगन्धर्वाः विद्याधरमहोरगाः चारणायक्षरक्षांसि किन्नराप्सरसोद्विजाः द्रष्टुकामो भगवतः निर्याणं परमोत्सुकाः गायन्तश्च गृणन्तश्च शौरेः कर्माणि जन्म च ववृषुः पुष्पवर्षाणि विमानावलिभिर्नवः कुर्वन्तः सङ्कुलं राजन् भक्त्या परमया युताः भगवान् पितामहं वीक्ष्य विभूतिरात्मनो विभुः संयोज्यात्मनि चात्मानं पद्मनेत्रे न्यमीलयत् लोकाभिरामं स्वतनुम धारणाध्यानमङ्गलं योगधारणयाज्ञेया अदग्ध्वा धामा अविशत् स्वकं दिवि दुन्दुभयो नेदुः पेतुः सुमनसश्चखात् सत्यं धर्मो धृतिः भूमेः कीर्तिः श्रेश्चानुतं ययुः देवादयो ब्रह्ममुख्या न विशन्तं स्वधामनि अविज्ञातगतिं कृष्णं ददृशुश्चातिविस्मिताः सौदामिन्या यथाकाशे यान्त्याहित्वा भ्रमण्डलं गतिर्न लक्ष्यते मर्त्यैः तथा कृष्णस्य दैवतैः ब्रह्मरुद्रादयस्ते तु दृष्ट्वा योगगतिं हरेः विस्मितास्तां प्रशंसन्तः स्वं स्वं लोकं ययुस्तदा राजन् परस्य तनुभृत् जननाप्ययेह मायाविडम्बनम् अवेहि यथा नटस्य सृष्ट्वात्मनेदमनुविश्य विहृत्य चान्ते संहृत्य चात्ममहिमोपरतः स आस्ते मर्त्येन यो गुरुसुतं यमलोकनीतं त्वां चानयच्चरणदः परमास्त्रदग्धं जिज्ञेन्तकान्तकमपीशमसावनीशः किं स्वावनेश्वरनयन् मृगयुं सदेहं तथाप्यशेष स्थितिसम्भवाप्ययेषु अनन्यहेतुर्यदशेषशक्तिधृतु नैच्छत् प्रणेतुं वपुरत्र शेषितं मर्त्येन किं स्वस्थगतिं प्रदर्शयन् य एतां प्रातरुत्थाय कृष्णस्य पदवीं परां प्रयतः कीर्तयेद्भक्त्या तामेवाप्नोत्यनुत्तमाम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 straight away wonderful atha atha anantaram Bhagavan Krishna took avatar. From there up to this last episode of Daruka ordered to go to Dwarakadhish, to go to that Dwaraka or Shankodharam to convey to them the message. All that is called Atha Idanim Anantaram. What is left now? What was said yesterday in that earlier portion? Bhagavan, after seeing that all Yadavas finished each other, then he understood the Bhubharam is over and all the Dushta Samhara is done by these Yadavas. They themselves are finished by mutual quarrel. Entire Bhubharam is gone. And why did he come? He came only to remove Bhubhara as was requested by Bhumata and Brahmadeva and all Devatas. So the work accomplished. Then what he thought? The purpose for which I came is over. I need not stay here now. I have to go. All that is called as Atha. Atha means Atantaram. Atha means Idanim. Atha means Mangalavachakam. Atha, when Bhagavan was ready to leave this Krishna avatara, see, Bhagavata is our authority. Our Purana Itihasas are authorities for us. How Bhagavan there in Ramavatar also, Valmiki Ramansa, he went into Sarayu river, then the divine Loka, Vishnu Loka, he reached from there. Here also, how Krishna Bhagavan is going back to his Vaikuntha Loka. Atha Tatra Agamat, there came. We explained yesterday, day before also, after studying all that. Therefore, not only we, the human beings, are there, and some Pashu Bhakshi we see, but all these divine celestial beings also are there. And we ourselves, in our own punya, papa, in our own sadhanas done, we ourselves are sent to those lokas. In that way, all of us might have traveled to any of these lokas many a times in our earlier lives. सब याद नहीं है. So till we get into our Atma Anubhuti as a Jiva, because of our Papa Punya, we might have traveled to n number of yonis. That is how the Siddhanta we have to accept. From home, when you say Bahunam Janmanam, so we are not Mukta now, means we might have had so many n number of Jiva, Janma. So we might have traveled through. That should be another idea to tell us that only through Brahma Jnanam the Mukti comes, so not by any other things. That will be there in this chapter also. Why Krishna did not hold this body? Because not to get attached to Deha Adi. Brahma Anubhava alone, being one with Brahma Tattva alone, is ultimate. Swarupa Sthiti is ultimate. To hint it to all of us, he himself got into that Swarupa Sthiti. Although this Manushya Sharira of Krishna is so divine, and he had all the power to sustain it for eternity. Then everyone will say कि हमारा भी देह शाश्वत रहना है. भगवान गए सबको, फिर गया कृष्ण खुद अपने शरीर को उन्होंने रखा नहीं, तो हाउ कैन वी एक्सपेक्ट आवर बॉडीज टू कंटिन्यू? नो बॉडी कंटिन्यूस, बट एवरीबॉडी कंटिन्यूस. As a jiva they continue, but jiva also conditional expression. Beyond the conditionings, as a Brahma, every jiva is eternal truth only. This knowledge, how many times you have to listen, contemplate, and start living at that level. Not coming to the lower living level of Dehadyopan. It will click. Continue, start Shastra. Don't leave. Sunte raho. In between some bad moods of distractions, disturbances, weaknesses, heaviness, inability to understand, all of that will come as prarabdha. उसको केयर मत रखना करना. We want to listen करते जाए, that higher understanding starts coming to us. It will start clicking to us. What's the meaning of living as Paramatma Tattva? Now living as Jiva, फर्क क्या है दोनों में? And it is in our choice. Absolutely, ultimately, it is in our choice to suffer living as Deha and Jiva, or choice is ours again to withdraw from them and live as the self. Choice is ours. We have to choose. And then we have to try. After choosing, we have to put effort. Like the children after plus 2, they choose science or engineering or the medicine. But they have to pursue also, no? They have to study that subject and all. We also have to choose to live as Paramatma. Then we have to do that study or sadhana. मजा आएगा एक बार मिल गया तो. So tatra atha tatra agaman, they came. Who came? Brahma, Brahmadev ji. Bolo Sri Brahmadeva Bhagavan ki jai. Bhavanyacha samam bhavaha. Uma Maheshwara, both of them came. Bolo Sri Parvati Parameshwara, Bhagavan Bhagavati Mata ki jai. Then Mahendra Pramukhaha Devaha. Bolo Sri Indra Bhagavan ki jai. Munayaha, all the saints and sages, Munis, all of them came. Bolo Saptarishyadi Samasta Munimandala ki jai. Saprajeshwaraha, all the Prajapatis. You know, Kashyapa Prajapati, then Daksha Prajapati, they're all Prajapatis. उनका भी जयकार हो. पितराहा, they came. Siddha, they came. Gandharvaha, they came. Vidyadharaha, they came. Mahauragaha, they came. Naga, Ananta, Vasuki, Takshaka, Karkotaka, Kaliya, these are all the Naga Jatis. All of them came. Then Charanaha, Charana Lok wale. Yaksharakshamsi, the Kuber Lok wale. Kinnara, all the Kinnaras. Apsarasaye, big number of 33,000 Apsarasas are there. 32 or 33 they say. Dvijaha, all the Brahmanas. Great. Why did they come? Drashtu Kama Bhagavataha Niryanam Parama Utsukaha. They want to see how Paramatma leaves this Manusha Deha and goes to his Vaikuntha. Drashtu Kamaha Bhagavataha Niryanam Paramotsukaha. They were not worried or surprised. They were only excited because they all have known Paramatma as Brahma Tattva. If not experienced, they are en route. So beyond that, there is nothing, everything is lower than that. Therefore, they are not that way attached to Krishna Rupa, but fascinated definitely by Krishna Avatara, but now excited to see how he lives. So, then Gayantaha Grunantaha cha Shaurehe Karmani Janmacha. So, on their own pleading and request, Narayana, when he came as Krishna, and in the Shura Sena Vamsha, as a grandchild of Shura, therefore it's called Shauri. And what a beautiful karmani he has done throughout. Right from Janma, everything is Adbhutam, Adbhutam, Divyam, Divyam, Mahima Anvitam, Mahima Anvitam, Alaukikam, Alaukikam, Anandadayakam, Anandadayakam, Rakshana Karanam. Everything of that. And they were singing. Gayantaha Grunantaha. Ganam is in song. Those who can sing, they are singers. Grunantaha, those who are doing stuti. तो गान में भजन गाना होता है, स्तुति में स्तोत्र एंड दंडकम्स इत्यादि होंगे, और इवन द Gadya is prose. So some are in prose, some in poetry form, singing the glories of Bhagavan's Leelas. What he had done as a Krishna. Like we just now saw, Krishna Bhagavan ka Venugan ka stuti, the Gopikas were doing. The beauty of the Venugana, direct they can't explain because it is alaukika, but they want to tell it. Then how did they do it? The effect of that Venuganam on the entire Stavara Jangama Jada Chetana. All that. Like we cannot see the Parama Atma Chaitanya in us because it is not an object. Yet, because of its presence only, all the Dendra Manobuddhya, the Upadhis are working. Therefore, the functioning of all these Upadhis itself is a proof to say that Paramatma is there. So too the beauty of the Prakriti they described by which the glory of the Venugana they try to explain. That is a stuti. So here also some are doing the glorious stutis of Krishna Leelas. Somebody are doing Kirtanam, somebody are doing Bhajanam, somebody are singing it in this way. Shaure Karmani Jarmacha. This is how we come out of ego, dehadi upadhi, and thereafter the creation of kama, krodha, raga, dvesha, making us do the papa and enter into narakadi dukkha. All this kachara will go away when we learn from these people and do the same thing of ganam, stotram only of Paramatma. So, if they are able to do all this Gayanta, Granantaha, all the time they are in that mood of devotion only, therefore, these people. That's why they are higher than the human. Human beings are with Rajas, Tamas, identify the Jnanendra, Karmendra, Dehadi, look at the world, get the desires, they run toward the fulfilling of the desires. And looking at each other, each one is tempted to go into the world of bhoga. Not even one stupid fellow, including us, are pausing and thinking, is this necessary? Is it not a nonsense that a desire coming in the mind and fulfill that? What a hangama we are doing in the world. How मूर्ख we are. कोई रुक कर सोच ही नहीं रहे. ये सब तमाशा क्या कॉन्सिक्वेंस का है, कहाँ से उत्पन्न हो रहा है, क्या इसको फॉलो करना जरूरी है? Desire comes, we run behind it. Anger comes, we shout at others. If the greed comes, we cheat others. What a nonsense we are doing. Nobody is pausing. Everybody is victim. That is a Bhayankara Maya on only human beings too much by inducing that Rajas Tamas. These people have transcended it too. Therefore, they are always ready to do the Ganam and Stotrama Bhagavan in the most enchanting manner. For them, that is the main life. That is why they are not bound in the earth. भूलोक में नहीं है वो लोग. गायन्तः गृणन्तः शौरेः कर्माणि जन्म च. Then Vamvrushu Pushpavarshani Vimanavalibihi Navaha. With lot of Vimana Avali in the sky filled with flowers. They were doing Pushpavarsha there on the Lord Krishna and there on Bhagavan. That Bhagavan has done so much favor to them by eliminating all the enemies, all Rakshasas. Then Kurvantah Sankulam Rajan. They were making such a Sankula. Sankula is Hangama. You know that Hangama word, you know all that. That is negative also, positive also. The positive Hangama, like एक शादी का टाइम होता है. खासकर जब वो जो ब्राइड ब्रूम घोड़े के चढ़कर आता है ना, वो जो हंगामा जो होता है वहाँ तबला पेटी डांस ड्रामा गुलाल फेंकना खाने की चीजें फेंकना दही ढालना everything is done. That's called a hangama. Shadi wala. Now in the pujas, the hangama of puja is that stotra patanam, then all the pushparchana, then the naivedyadi, then shankadvani, mangala harati, jai jaikara. These are all called as sankulam there. Same happening here. Kurvanta sankulam. Kolahalam, you can say. They were not like in a very silent mood meditative. No, they were enjoying. They are enjoying the dynamic meditation. संकुलम कुर्वन्तः, मजा कर रहे हैं पूरे हर तरह का। वही ना, कोई गाना गा रहे हैं, कोई स्तोत्र पढ़ रहे हैं, कोई डांस कर रहे हैं, कोई पुष्प फेंक रहे हैं, कोई जय जयकार कर रहे हैं। ईच वन इज मेकिंग अ ह्यूज थिंग। दिस यू कैन फील इट व्हेन और गणपति बप्पा मोरया का विसर्जन होता है। आई तो डोंट मिस इट एवरी ईयर, पक्का देखता हूँ मैं, just to see the glory of Hinduism, where crores and crores so innocently, with devotion to Bhagavan Ganapati, doing that upasana. And because of that only, the entire world is still intact by Ganapati Kripa. Beautiful it is. In that you can see the Sankulam. Everyone nowadays, though every mobile साउंड सिस्टम्स हैव कम ना, आप जाकर खड़े हो जाओ, एक एक लारी आ रहा है, उनमें इतना बड़ा गणपति, सो मेनी डिवोटीज गिविंग ऑल द prasadam to the people, and they are playing their own gana bhajana. Oh, wonderful. That is Sankulam. Those 20 hours, dhoom dhadaka. And every day also, in those 1 lakh or in number of lakhs of pandals, every day for those 11 days, evening 2 hours, what Sankulam they do of again songs, upasana, puja. It's great. बार बार इंडिया में ही हर बार जन्म लेना है, सनातन धर्म में ही, nowhere else. Wonderful. And then enjoy all that. So that's called Sankulam. Kuruvantaha Sankulam Rajan Bhaktya Paramaya Yutaha, with extreme devotion. They were all. Then what happened? Bhagavan Pitamaham Vikshya. Bhagavan Krishna looked Pitamaham Brahmadevaji. Then Vibhutihi Atmanaha. And he has seen all those Yaksha, Kinnara, Kimpurusha, Siddhajarana, Deva, Gandharva, Rishi, Muni, Indradi, all of them are his own Vibhutis. He just looked at them. And then Samyojya Atmanicha Atmanam. Atmani means in his real Vishnu Rupa. Atmanam in this Krishna Rupa ko Samyojya, dissolve karke. Padmanetre Nyameleyat. The opened lotus eyes he just closed. We the Jiva leave the body and go. Krishna Bhagavan, Vishnu's avatara, he came and played this role. That's over. Into that Narayana Vishnu avatara or Amsha or Vishnu Rupa, he dissolved as a Krishna avatara Amsha. That's the meaning of Atmanicha Atmanam Samyojya. Now no more Krishna avatara, Krishna Dehadi, and then all the Krishna Leelas and Krishna variety of, what do you say, expressions, all of that over Krishna Shaktis, everything, with that he has put it in Vishnu Rupa. But anytime Krishna is invoked by us, he will again come from them in a retail manner. Wholesale mein avatar is over. Because the work is accomplished. So samyojyatmanish atmanam padmanetre nyamelet. Then the inside the Krishna avatara, he merged in Krishna Rupa. What happened to Krishna Deha? Krishna Deva Deha did not get burnt or anything, but it got into the divinity, leaving its impressions for everyone who want to meditate on that Krishna Divya Rupa. That is what is mentioned in the 6th sloka. Loka Abhiramam Swatanu. That his own Krishna Rupa, which is most beautiful divine enchanting, giving joy to everybody in the world. Dharana Dhyana Mangalam, which is the most Mangala Rupa for the Dharana and Dhyana Samadhi of the Yoga. You know? Dharana Dhyana Samadhi. We are going to see in Yoga Darshanam. Dharana Dhyana के लिए अति मंगल रूप लोक अभिराम रूप अपने कृष्ण स्वरूप को योग धारणया agneya agnya. Generally, in other cases, yogis etc., with the yoga dharana, they invoke the agni. In that, they do the bhasma of the deha. But Adagdva, he did not do it. But what did he do? Dhama avishat swakam means that wrong impression that Krishna has left his body or body has got burnt or killed or there's a kuch bhi, ऐसे कोई impression नहीं है. So to say that that Rupa is from manifest It went and manifest, available for everyone who wants to invoke it in during their yoga dharana dhyana sthitis, during their upasana sthiti, during their any time they want to have Bhagavan Krishna Rupa. So therefore Krishna Rupa का क्या हुआ शरीर का स्थूल से सूक्ष्म स्थूल व्यक्तिकरण से सूक्ष्म में चला गया. It did not get destroyed. See, adagdva swakam dhama avishatu. So Chaitanya Rupa of Krishna has gone into the Chaitanya Paramatma only, available for all of us anytime for our meditation. So this is how Krishna Avataratva merged in Vishnutva, Krishna Shariratva meditated in the Chaitanyatva. That's why Janma Karma Chame Divyam, Bhagavan said. So how Bhagavan Krishna concluded his avatara is Shariram entered into Chaitanya Swarupa, unmanifest, because people should be guided, Sharira should not be held. But again, if that something happens to the Sharira, which happens to the Manava Sharira, that wrong impression remains, then a notion exists that the Krishna Sharira nahi hai. So Bhagavan did not dissolve it, did not burn it with Yoga Adharana Shakti, but he just made it to unmanifest. So to indicate to us both the things, that neither Sharira is permanent, same time my Sharira as a Chaitanya is always there. Anyone can meditate on that. See the two-in-one things Bhagavan did. Available, why? Because it not burnt. Yet not grossly available, because no Sharira should be grossly remaining permanently. And what about the Krishna Amsha who had done all the Leelas, gone into Vishnu? That job is over. In this way, Bhagavan has went into Vishnu Rupa and they are into Swadhama Avishat Swakam. And what is Dhama? Chaitanya only. So all is Aidha, Saratha, everything came from the divinity. So divine is always indicated up, therefore they went up into the Chaitanya Akasha, Chidakasha. That way we can understand it here. Then Divi Dundubayaha Neduho Petuho Sumanascha Khat. Again, lot of the Dundubi Niswanam and flowers, petals, all of that were showered from up above the sky. And that portion we will see tomorrow. Thereafter, we will also see in 3 slokas the glory of Bhagavan leaving this loka is glorified by our सुखदेव जी टू परीक्षित जी. देखेंगे थोड़ा श्रद्धा से. ओके. ओम श्री कृष्ण शरणम मम. मे बी 1 or 2 कृष्ण स्तोत्रास विल चैंट. ओके. कौन सा करेंगे? शंकराचार्य कृत कृष्णाष्टकम हम पढ़ेंगे. अच्छा है ना? हाँ. That only just got to me. Shri Bhujanga Prayata Ashtakam also we can do if time is there. पहले तो ये तो बड़ो. ओम अत श्री आद्य शंकराचार्य कृतम श्री कृष्णाष्टकम. ओम भजे व्रजैक मंडनम समस्त पाप खंडनम स्वभक्त चित्तरंजनम सदैव नंदनंदनम सुभिच्छ गुच्छमस्तकं सुनाद वेणुहस्तकम् अनंगरंगसागरं नमामि कृष्णनागरं मनोजगर्वमोचनं विशाललोललोचनं विधूतगोपशोचनं नमामि पद्मलोचनं करारविन्दभूधरं स्मितावलोकसुन्दरं महेन्द्रमानदारणं नमामि कृष्णवारणं कदम्बसूनकुण्डलं सुचारुगण्डमण्डलं व्रजाङ्गनैकवल्लभं नमामि कृष्णदुर्लभं यशोदया समोदया सगोपया सनन्दया युतं सुखैकदायकं नमामि गोपनायकं सदैव पादपङ्कजं मदीयमानसे निजं ददानमुक्तमालकं नमामि नन्दबालकं समस्तदोषशोषणं समस्तलोकपोषणं समस्तगोपमानसं नमामि नन्दलालसं भुवो भरावतारकं भवाब्धिकर्णधारकं यशोमती किशोरकं नमामि चित्तचोरकं दृगन्तकान्तभङ्गिनं सदा सदालसङ्गिनं दिने दिने नवं नवं नमामि नन्दसम्भवं गुणाकरं सुखाकरं कृपाकरं कृपापरं सुरद्विषन्निकन्दनं नमामि गोपनन्दनं नवीनगोपनागरं नवीनकेलितत्परं नमामि मेघसुन्दरं तडित्प्रभालसत्पटं समस्तगोपनन्दनं हृदम्बुजैकमोहनं नमामि कुञ्जमध्यगं प्रपन्नभानुशोभनं निकामकामदायकं दृगन्तचारुसायकं रसालवेणुगायकं नमामि कुञ्जनायकं विदग्धगोपिकामनो मनोज्ञतल्पशायिनं नमामि कुञ्जकानने प्रवृद्धवह्निपायिनं किशोरकान्तिरञ्जितं दृगञ्जनं सुशोभितं गजेन्द्रमोक्षकारिणं नमामि श्रीविहारिणं यदा तदा यथा तथा तथैव कृष्णसत्कथा मया सदैव गीयतां तथा कृपा विधीयतां प्रमाणिकाष्टकद्वयं जपत्यधीत्यय पुमान् भवेत् स नन्दनन्दने भवे भवे सुभक्तिमान् प्रमाणिकाष्टकद्वयं जपत्यधीत्ययः पुमान् भवेत् न स नन्दनन्दने भवे भवे सुभक्तिमान् इति श्रीमद् शंकराचार्य कृतं श्रीकृष्णाष्टकं संपूर्णं. What a beautiful, no? मजा आया ना? So wonderful. श्री कृष्ण प्रेमाष्टकम पढ़ते हैं. ओके, इट इज रिटन बाय समबडी. ओम असारे संसारे विषय विषपूरे पटुतरे प्रवाहे घोरे माम मलिनतरमोहेन पतितं भ्रमन्तं धावन्तं मनसि विलपन्तं करुणया समुद्धर्तुं कृष्णो वसतु मम हृद्धां निसततम् अनाथानां नाथः परमकरुणापूर्णहृदयः घनानन्दाकारो जगनविलसद्बाहुयुगलः सनाथं मां कुर्वन् सदय वरराधावनितया घनश्यामः कृष्णो वसतु मम हृद्धां निनित सततं सदा बृन्दारण्ये कलिमलहरे यामुनतटे मुदा गोपी बृन्दे लसदमलगोलोकनिलये विहर्ता गोपालो मधुरमुरलीगान निरतः घनश्यामः कृष्णो वसतु मम हृद्धां निसततं मतिर्मे श्रीराधा पतिचरणपद्मेषु विशतात् रतिर्गोपीकान्ते लसतु रसनानाम जपतात् गतिर्मे गोविन्दो भवतु निरतं पूर्णदयया घनश्यामः कृष्णो वसतु मम हृद्धां निसततं पिता माता भ्राता सुतहितकळत्रादिसकलं पतिर्बन्धुर्मित्रं विभुरपि शरण्योऽस्तु भगवान् गतिर्मे गोपीशः किमपि न हि कृष्णात् परतरं स गोपालः प्रेम्णा वसतु मम हृद्धां निसततं गुरुर्भावानन्दः शमितहृदयस्मेरवदनः समां दीनं हीनं विषयविषतृष्णा परिवृतं सुधावृष्ट्या दृष्ट्या परमकृपया पातु मनिशं घनश्यामो भूत्वा वसतु मम हृद्धां निसततं नमामि श्री नमामि श्रीकृष्णं सजलजलदश्यामलतनुं भजामि श्रीकृष्णं मधुरमधुरं तस्य चरितं व्रजामि श्रीकृष्णं शरणमहमव्याजकृपया घनश्यामः कृष्णो वसतु मम हृद्धां निसततं पराधीनं दीनं चपलमतिहीनं करुणया परित्रातुं नेतुं स्वपदमपहर्तुं भवभयं गदाधारी शौरिः कलिकलुषहारी धृतगिरिः सदा मेघश्यामो वसतु मम हृद्धां निसततं विश्वनाथकृतं प्रातः प्रबोधाष्टकमादरात् पठतां हृदये नित्यं सदा वसतु केशवः इति श्रीकृष्णप्रेमाष्टकं सम्पूर्णम्. Tomorrow we'll chant this one, big one or 2 days. This Alavandar Stotram or Gopika Geetham. So many are there. Let us see what Lord wants. Thank you, friends. These 3-4 days, my mind is only in just seeing that how Krishna is leaving this world. And the class we are doing as the Lord is ordering. Om Bhurbo Swata Varenyam Devana Pachodya Dev Saita Pranaya Para Samanaaya Brahmane Brahmarpana Madhya Madhya Pradapanyam Hastapāda Prakshana Chamanatam Bula Nirajanan Darshya. Okay. Oh, tomorrow we will see Krishna. Where are you? Om Neelamegha Shama Krishna Nitya Jagan Mohana Bala Gopala Krishna Bhavya Mangalam Venugana Lola Krishna Vedanta Ved Navanita Chora Krishna Nitya Mangalam Bhakta Janadhara Paramadaya Varthi Krishna Mukti Sandhaya Krishna Murti Mangalam Gita Mridata Krishna Paramayo Partha Rupa Krishna Sarva Mangalam Sadguru Sarva Mangalam Om Nadatta Surya Bhatarakam Nema Vitva Bandhava तमेव बांधवन्वासर्वस्य वासा नारायणाय द्वेवा तन्नो विष्णुपदोद्यात् मंगलम श्री कुरुक्षेत्र नक्षत्रवारिणे पार्षाद्रूपाय गीताचार्याय मंगलम व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधे वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः योगीन्द्राय नमस्तस्मै शुकाय ब्रह्मरूपिणे संसार सर्पदष्टम्यो विष्णुरातममो मुचत ओम बोल श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय श्री महाविष्णु भगवान की जय श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण महाशास्त्र की जय श्री वेद व्यास शुकदेव सूतादि समस्त भागवताचार्य की जय समस्त श्री कृष्ण भक्त मंडल की जय श्री कृष्ण कथामृत रसास्वाद की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तनम गोविंदा गोविंद. Thank you. Staying in Krishna thought is our goal. Thank you. Let us see sometime our Adhyatma Ramayana also. Om.